Hey everybody, Modern Native, Mrs. Native. Long time no see. Sorry we've been sporadic. It's been basically just prioritizing getting firewood done and brought down here. As you can see, we got some wood. Because trying to keep this thing roaring to keep us warm enough in here. Because you can see, there's openings. We need it to be able to... It smokes. It smokes, if you can see a little bit. So, to be able to air everything out, we have to keep it open enough to allow airflow. But that's what we've been doing, been just working on firewood and stuff. So I ended up having to order firewood. I will show you guys the pile up front. I've got to bring it damn near half mile from by the road all the way back here. So it's been a lot going back and forth, sawing, chopping, splitting, and then bringing it down here. But at least I don't have to hunt for it anymore, so that's a plus. But it's only going to last so long. I got to look at getting another order, and it's like $200 a pop for a 14-foot trailer worth. So,
which is not bad because of how much we've got. We got way more than what we bought.
I mean, when it's all said and done, it's damn near 2 cords. So, for 200, I mean, I can't find a cord for 200, much less 2 cords for 200 delivered. So,
hot.
I'm cooking. Cooking. You're gonna catch your hair on fire.
I know. It wouldn't be the first time. It's not gonna be the last either.
So yeah. So we've been just trying to stay warm and everything. That's why we haven't done a whole lot of content. We just haven't had the opportunity to, because she's down here wrapped up in blankets, and I'm going back and forth. And by the time I'm done, it's dark, and I'm beat. So
I'm in this right now because I'm sweating my ass off. I just had to put new socks on because mine were drenched.
We've been keeping it cooking in here today, so it's pretty nice.
I'm doing water. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm constantly moving.
Melting snow and ice to be able to get water because our jugs are empty. Hang on, let me show you guys this. So we have a stalagmite stalactite combo, because see, this is what used to drip. Yeah, it used to drip into this. But I wanted to catch it on video before we thawed it or broke it, because it drips down from up here.
It was actually bigger. I've already started thawing it.
Pours down, drips down from the roof, and goes to here. So
it is dripping down.
Yeah. So this half is technically an icicle. This half is technically a stalagmite. But speaking of stalagmites, show them.
What?
Show them the 4 butt plugs.
So these butt plugs.
We got little stalagmites growing in from drips.
This one's the tallest one, This one's like the whitest one.
That's the trainer.
This is I think the tiniest one. Oh, there's this one right here. It's sort of like a nubby.
And then you have that giant icicle behind her ass.
Oh, yeah.
The giant wall sickle.
There's like this.
Ugh.
And the ice that goes all the way down too.
So that drips from the roof.
And it's all ice right here. Sometimes it knocks off, but this one has not really moved. It just keeps getting bigger.
It's been growing. We grow stags around here, stalactites and stalagmites. Jesus.
I don't jump on camera.
What was that? What was that on the titty scale? Beyond a slight jiggle. That was a meme from an old joke where somebody's phone autocorrected, talking about an earthquake, asked what it was on the Richter scale, and the autocorrect switched it to titty scale, and the person responded with, "Oh, about a slight jiggle." And then they were like, "Sorry, my autocorrect is apparently a 12-year-old boy." So anyway, been splitting up wood so we can feed it up and everything else, and that's a big pile of wood, but that'll still be burnt out by tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that is 3 loads of this.
Yes, it will.
Now, if you're wondering what all this is about, is I had an oopsie daisy when I turned the corner a little too hard, and I cracked the back half of the sled.
Well, you gotta also tell them that we don't have, you know,
Yeah,
siding on
yeah,
the side of the trail. It just slides.
Yeah, I don't have a bumper to be able to.
This is not an actual sled. This is from a wagon.
Yeah, it's a Brindley, you know, dump wagon. You can see it's just a dump wagon. It used to be held in onto a frame at certain holes,
Yes,
and it was a dump wagon.
everybody can hear you too.
So instead of mounting skis or anything onto it, I've just been dragging it as it is, and it has been working. But I took a hit. It slid against a log, and it was way too much weight, and but I learned my lesson to take that corner a little better, so I have to stop the sled, get it to slide sideways, and then pull forwards again. So yeah.
Clocked monster on the side of the head with a sock. Looked at me like, the fuck? Yes, we can hear you.
Can I help you, ma'am?
Nope.
What? Look at that fat face.
Be loud.
Look at that fat deer face with a goatee.
Seriously though.
If you took the horns off, I'd be like, oh, it's a deer. Hang on, it's got a goatee.
Hold up. Wait a
What's up with that? Yeah, I'm talking shit about you. You look like a deer, and you get them to come right up against the fence and drive the dogs nuts. It's not like they don't already do that. Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. She gets pissed when I at her. She does not like that whatsoever. She's really cute about stuff lately. She doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know whether she wants to, you know, be an asshole or not.
She's usually an asshole. So the boys are on probation because somebody decided to run down into town and get picked up by animal control. Yeah. Somebody ran up my fence, didn't they? Stay. You are grounded.
Nope.
Grounded.
Everybody's still grounded. Right back up.
No.
Right back up.
No. Don't even. No biting.
No.
Big Mama's baby boy.
That's still boobs. That's not even what's happening right now.
No. Nice try, though. Just because I'm filming doesn't mean you're not on probation anymore.
No teeth. You're hooking my hand and you're doing it on purpose.
Brats. So the way they escaped is right there. Managed to get a snowdrift and ran right up that sumbitch and up and over the fence. So I've been having to dig it out and clear it out, and I still don't trust them. So I sleep with them attached to my wrist.
Well, at least Demon.
Yeah, at least Demon, yeah.
Creature's attached to the post because he's tiny and he won't pull on it. He's the only one who won't pull on that. And Monster's not hooked up because he's my good kid. He doesn't go anywhere. He only
ran out to keep an eye on his brothers, like he's supposed to, because he is a good big brother.
Oh, am I fucking Can't go one day without a paw print on a boob.
Nope.
Whether I'm wearing...
I still want to give you a tattoo right there. I want to do the paw prints on the other side. Because that's where they're always padding.
Yes. I always have a paw pad right here on either side. At least. Or, obviously, right here.
So, yeah, new
or
tattoos.
I have a nose runny mark because, you know, Mom's a tissue.
Apparently.
Which, I know, two-legged moms are tissues. Okay. Yeah. But when your four-legged little shit walks over to you and just wipes his nose and chin down your chest because he just threw up.
Or finished eating.
Yes, I'm so talking about you, creepy.
Mm-hmm. I'm innocent. See? Boob boys.
You can't worm inside. This is why it's so hard for me to wear a bra or take my boobs out or do anything, because they try to take it off. And they try to burrow their heads into my shirts and everything. They're cute about it, but a little nasty excessive.
Mm-hmm. So I wanted to show you guys the logs that I've gotten, and for reference, this chunk is what's left of one of the logs I've been cutting on. This is about, I want to say about half, maybe a little more than half, left from what the $200 worth of logs, which I guess they said was about 6 face cords, which is basically 2 cords. So, got this all split up to go down tomorrow. First load I'm taking down. These are decent sized logs. Like, these are not kitty logs. They're super heavy and dense. I can't even move them without cutting them apart. Backed up a dump trailer, came down and dumped it back into the snowbank. So yeah, and I gotta take this with a drag sled behind this all the way down yonder, down my trail, down through there, and then through the orchard, down into the woods, and down over, and my cabin is back into the woods. So it is a trek, even with this thing. It's a little beater sled. Needs some work. I need to get a new belt. I had to get new air filters already. But people we live with helped us out. And of course, our supporters on Patreon and everything helped us get this so I can get wood down to Mrs. Native and keep her warm and be able to film all the content you guys enjoy. So, yeah. So if you enjoy the extra Mrs. Native content that we're able to put on here and you guys want to see more, you can join Patreon. Also, if you want to join any of the other tiers that aren't the adult content tiers, you can join those to support our general content, you know, the bushcrafting, survival, our homesteading, and all of that. So don't be put off just because if you don't want to see the adult content, you won't if you don't join those tiers. I have them listed, so you can join any of the other tiers and be able to support us, or you can join the adult content tiers and get all that extra special stuff. So a big thank you to all of our supporters, all of our patrons, and everybody else. Couldn't do this without you guys, and this new year is hopefully going to be a great year. Stay tuned. So like I said, we go through a ton of wood, and I'm not even joking. That is a ton of wood. Ton of wood, but it's still only going to last into maybe tomorrow afternoon. I might get 24 hours out of all that. Just might. Just might.
Red.
Alrighty, everybody. So that's just us checking in on the new year. I know it's like 2 weeks into the new year, but
it's been a busy new year to boot.
So basically, the last 2 weeks is just me running back and forth with that sled and sawing up a shit ton of stuff. And then my saw going dull, and then having to get a new chain and new stuff for that, and all this other stuff. So basically, do the running man in the snow for about 2 hours, and that's my average day. So do that 14 times, and you'll be caught up. You making faces at the goat?
I am. I am. You should see her.
I wasn't going to switch another angle. I was just going to do our closer.
She got down anyways.
Alrighty, everybody. So for now, and until next time, remember to get out there, be a native, and go beast.